Alright. Blue skies! And no title screen. And Mario wandering around. I guess we'll just get to it. Icy Castle event. Insert generic story here. Understandable. Story is composed of 3 tons of post short stories. That makes sense. Fortaleza Glacier. Ooh, look at that. That's a shiny background. Ooh, it's a vertical level. I bet that thing kills me. It does. Right, that's how this is probably gonna work. So the other half of the bus story, which is also pretty silly. So this is a bus I don't take very often because I just kind of wandered where I was. And so it's been a while since I've taken it. And I usually get off kind of early. And I'm like, well, I don't really know where the best spot to get off is. So I'm going to take the little pamphlet and look at the map. Then I'll know where to get off the bus properly. So I get up and grab it. I'm not that far from the front of the bus because I usually sit near the front of the bus. I don't find diesel fumes suit me well. Ooh, Mario 3 nonsense. I like this. Oh, you can control it. That's the other Mario 3 nonsense. I thought that was a straight shot rather than a, That was terrible. It does indeed have a really nice aesthetic. That is true. So I get the little pamphlet. I read it, I look at it and realize, oh, it doesn't actually have the information I want on it. So I go to put it back, and as I'm doing this, the bus hard brakes. Like, really friggin' hard. And I look up and realize why. There's a fire truck. There's a friggin' fire truck coming through the intersection we're about to go through. And yeah, I managed to hit my left elbow on it, or my right elbow, on some of the piping around there, which makes me very unhappy. That's the elbow that generally is unhappy with life. So, all in all, not terribly happy with the bus trip I took. Did get to try a different bus stop, which is marginally closer, so that's good. And the elbow did stop hurting. It still kind of hurts, but I don't think there's any real damage. Luckily, it just, I think, hit on the bone instead of somewhere more painful like the joint. It could have been worse. But we'll see in the morning, I suppose. So that's the bus story. I really want the Dragon Coin. I kind of want the Dragon Coin. But we got the Dragon Coin, so I guess that worked out. I've seen the ice blocks before, but like the background is really nice. It's a very stained glass kind of feel, which I think works well with like an ice fortress kind of concept, which is the gimmick for this contest, by the way. Is Ice Fortress is the theme. Big Brawler recommended this contest, and I looked at it, I'm like, I think 7 entries is just about the right number. Or this is bad. Well, maybe I don't need it. I can spin jump on those. Probably did need it. Yeah, I'm trying to think of any other really cool things that have happened in the last bit, but I mean, I have... What were the rules and restrictions? I couldn't tell you. It's in Spanish. And I didn't read them. I think they provide a base ROM frequently for FR contests based upon the last one I did, but I'm not entirely sure. Yes, all Kaizo. There's so many better ways to do this than the way I've chosen. Interesting, because that probably lifts you up like a tile or something. That's why that works, I think. Hit that one more time. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if the restrictions and stuff change on a per contest basis, just like they do on SMW Central. But I couldn't tell you exactly what. If you'd like, I can link you to the submission discussion thread they do. I think that FR tends to work more on the forums than SMW does nowadays, or SMW Central does. based upon sort of what I can see there, but also I can't read Spanish aside from what's translated via Google Translate, so it's not a great way of making good guesses about how things work. Stop rushing that. There's no reason to rush that. And this is effectively free. Guess I can't tell you the amusing fact I learned. The voice for Superfluous, the crab, is also the same voice actor as Cedric from the better part of Final Fantasy, of King's Quest V, which I wasn't expecting. And basically everybody who did voice acting, aside from the kids, was also some random programmer at Sierra. Like, none of them were professional voice actors. Which, at the time, shouldn't surprise anybody. It was just how they did things back then. Some of them better than others, to say the least. Like, King Graham's actually pretty decent. In King's Quest V and 6. Well, 5, really. The rest of the cast of 6 is not so great, but King Graham's pretty good. If you like Cedric, he's okay. Children liked Cedric, adults did not. It was sort of the consensus. I think I'm just going to drop here and hope that respawns. Your Spanish is beyond rusty. Look for the word Kaizo. Alright. Gotta go back and watch the VOD. All things considered, genuine. It was a good game. What was his accent? Southern Louisiana? I have no idea, honestly, but I do think I agree with you. It's kind of it's a southern-ish accent. How you doing, Fries? I've got to watch that. I have the thread open. There's no timer. I can get away with this. This is the thread for this. Yes, it is. If you want to read the thread for this game, here it is. Please respawn, and it did. Yeah, Eco Quest is a really good game. Eco Quest 2 is not as good, in part because it didn't get a talkie. It's only a, you have to read all the text, which is fine, but like, for a kid's game, a talkie is a little bit better, just to make it easier for the kids. I'm bizarrely safe, actually. Well, that could have gone way worse. It's a property of these things. I want to be going down. Apparently I want to go right down to... Oh, they actually do despawn. Oh, fair enough. They weren't supposed to last forever. Potatoes. Yes, potatoes has been fixed. I know it's important to you to be able to communicate that you had potatoes and Swedish meatballs. It does amuse me that in one of the Taskmaster challenges, which was ask this Swedish person a bunch of questions in Swedish and find out the answers. What? Oh, that's bullshit. One of his answers, I think what his favorite, food, his favorite dinner was, it did involve potatoes. Boiled. It was like hamburger and boiled potatoes was his answer. Oh, and lingonberries, which greatly confused this person because they didn't realize that Lingdon was a type of berry. But, you know, it's one of those things you just learn eventually if you go to IKEA. Better than boiled hamburger and raw potato? True. I mean, yes, he answered in Swedish. That is true. I mean, there's a lot of different weird berries, like boysenberry. Like, it doesn't sound like it'd be good, because, you know, it sounds vaguely like poison, but, you know, it's still pretty tasty. Oh. Nope. Go up, go up. Gonna be a problem in a second. Come on, there we go. There we go. Good job, Mario. You got through the thing. Yeah. It's a fun little game. I'm still kind of annoyed that I didn't get a full score. Oh, I need to wait for the sprite to die first, I guess. But it's not uncommon, especially in some of the earlier Sierra games, and that's not even an early one. It's not uncommon in Sierra games to not get a full score. Your first time or second time through, you have to, like, learn the small things that get you score. Things like making sure to look at every object just in case the looking is the thing that gets you points. But what irritates me is I had already lost the 2 points before I left the room, the very first room of the game. In addition to the 5 I'd missed by not realizing I needed to read all of the books. Just read all the books. Didn't get credit for those ones in Erroneous's room, I noticed, but you know. Need to sleep? Alright, sleep well, Matt. See you next time. Yeah, this probably works. I'm just gonna take the hit. I think it's just wiser. Oh, 1. It starts with 1. Thing. I don't know why. Alright, so there's 1. I found 1. It didn't help me, but I found it. So I'm not going to get hit by the whip. So then we use 1 to unlock 2. I'm going to unlock 1 again just in case it matters. Does not. Okay, that goes to that one down there. Which... you have to go this way to... Ow. Yeah, I got lucky. I got really lucky there. Not to get squished. Favorite absurd film? Absurd film. Absurd film. What does absurd mean in this context? Is it a complete farce? Spider-Man 3? Oh, what's up, Zucati? How you doing? Absurd. I mean, UHF is pretty high up there. 4? Wait, I missed 3. Wait, there's 3 up there. I need 2. Do I need 1? No, I need... this is 2 down here. I think. Please don't kill me. Okay, I didn't hit 2 well enough. Let's hit 1 better. Let's hit 1 better and hope for better timing. Oh, I can kill these things? Well, that's going to help me a lot. Alright, so we hit all of the things to go to 3. Scary movie. It didn't work, unfortunately. I think this might have the LX5 power-up in it. Oh, dear Lord, 4 goes fast. I have completely mitigated that obstacle. And that one, too. Yeah, I think UHF is probably going to be my basic answer. The movie isn't terribly about much. It's the Weird Al. It was the Weird Al movie before there was a movie called the Weird Al movie. Weird Al is this kind of bum. Might be the nicest way to phrase it. He's working at like a dead-end job in a like a burger place, and keeps using his imagination in unuseful ways. And then his uncle wins a broadcast station in a poker game, and his aunt convinces the uncle to let Weird Al run it. And he does, and it's not terribly successful. But it already wasn't terribly successful, so it didn't matter. And then he eventually gets a piece of mail for some other broadcast company, takes it to them, and ends up recruiting their janitor to be part of their his lineup as a, like, kind of, how would I describe it, like a Pee Wee Herman type character. And it goes gangbusters. And it comes up with this phrase, life is like a mop. Sometimes it's full of dirt and bugs, and you just gotta wring it out. So, it's a good movie. It's got some really good bad puns like supplies, and of course it has the Wheel of Fish with one of the best one-liners. Nothing! Absolutely nothing! Stupid! You're so stupid! It was a fantastic movie. Anyway, that was a really good level. I like the dragon coins. I always appreciate a level that has dragon coins that require like a puzzly element to get to them. This was all about timing. I'm kind of surprised how different the first and second halves were. The first half was very much about just there's some gates, but not very many of them. The second half was all about trying to route yourself to the gates that was made a lot more obvious by the numbers. So, yeah, I really enjoyed that. I wish there'd been something different than just Reznor at the end, but it was thematic, and that's okay.